Hi, welcome and welcome back to Tuning Into the One and For Better Living Now. This is Milan with the video series on life hacks, bits, and bytes from the Signature Success Breakthrough Method. So if you want to find out more about the full Signature Success Breakthrough Method and the free training, they're available on the website. Go to forbetterlivingnow.com/yes. Today we continue with our ability to be able to bring our best mindset pieces, the bits and the bytes that organize our mindset, so that we want to create more peace, more harmony, and more insightful mind options and mindset options to each day, to each situation, and to each relationship, and to be able to do it better, easier, and quicker, and as soon as possible. So this is video 10, which is part 2 of video 9 continued on the mindset mindset pieces, bits, and bytes. So this directly relates to step 4 in the method, which is all about up-leveling our mindset skills and getting to a level of mindset mastery. So what we're seeing is something that from a perception level gets to a point of how are we processing this information and how are we using it to our benefit to have a stronger mindset and be able to look at our Mind-Scape and use specific skills and tools to help up-level our level of mastery so that we can see the silver, the gold, the platinum lining, rather than having those explosions that can happen inside of us that usually don't serve us. So aligning our inner and outer mindset worlds continued is what this video is, and it's part 2. So remember where we left off. We left off with awesome starts to getting quick wins and also setting ourselves up for long-term shifts, for lasting change to take hold, to draw roots so we come to optimal mindset, powering up and up-leveling our Mind-Scape success and mastery pieces, right? So the mind and a powerful mindset and mastering life's Mind-Scape pieces is all about that level of consciousness and awareness and insights into what we're thinking and feeling and why we think and feel the way we do and how that reflects on our ability to interpret and give meaning to our experiences, to our worlds, and process both our inner worlds, our emotions, our thoughts, our inner dialogue, and our outer world, the stuff where we're getting most of this external information from, right? So how do we tap our willpower, our ability to consciously inspire ourselves, to motivate ourselves, to use our imagination and creativity to benefit us so we get more and get as much of the things we say we want most, better, easier, and at a deeper core level, put in that happiness, that fulfillment, that sense of satisfaction, and how we rationalize and reason with ourselves to get those mindset pieces up to more powerful levels encompasses one simple idea, which is where are we putting our focus and attention, because that's where our energy is going. Okay, so learning how to organize, prioritize, and map the what pieces and then what tools and skills, in this particular case, surprise, surprise, it's more questions to be able to explore our Mind-Scape, right? So whether it's a particular situation, an experience, an event that took place, or something that's kind of like a repetitive daily, weekly, monthly, ongoing kind of Groundhog Day piece, ask yourself, what did I say, what did I do, and what did I feel? And then ask yourself, what did that mean to me? And then ask yourself, what do I think about that and how do I feel about that? Because these are the fundamental 4 core pieces in terms of questions you can ask yourself on anything that transpires. You're essentially looking to take stock and inventory of what happened in a way that's descriptive. So what did I say? What did I do? What did I feel? What did it mean to me? What do I think about what happened or what that was? And how do I feel about what happened and what that was? Those are the mindset pieces of the what, followed up with the how and why it happened, and what I think and feel the way I do, okay? So how do we get to that level of mastery? Well, we get it by reorganizing and reframing our Mind-Scape pieces around our values, which is what's most important to us. If you remember back to the video on vibes, or look on this channel for both the For Better Living Now and tuning into the One videos, and you'll see the vibe videos. They're all about values, identities, beliefs, and expectations. You want to be able to look at your values and align your mindset and Mind-Scape pieces around those, because that's what's most important to you. And there's really 2 kinds of sets of values: towards motivated values and away from motivated values. So that's where you want to start. Then you want to look at those questions we just asked on the last slide and look at managing our emotional states, so they're most useful and most constructive to us so that we get the greatest benefit out of our emotions, right? So in terms of getting deeper on emotions, it's one thing to just make a statement like that, but now we want to get in a little bit deeper. And what does that actually mean? Well, what does getting or being angry, mad, sad, or upset get me? Because it must get you something, otherwise you wouldn't go to it. It's not just a gut reaction and some type of meaningless response you do. There's actually some purpose behind it, and we need to get in touch with that. What does getting or being calm, collected, patient, caring, loving, compassionate, and understanding get me? Now we're on the opposite side of the equation, so we can balance it out, because we want to work on positive and constructive versus negative and destructive, and ask ourselves what works better and what will work better for me next time. So the tools and the skills are about getting clarity on those places and spaces where we're upset, impatient, short-tempered, nervous, in a rush, hurried, quick to react, and ask ourselves, what happened? How did I feel? What did I think? And what is it that I want? And what is it that I don't want? And then what is it that I gain from these negative emotions and thoughts and feelings? And what is it that I lose from these negative emotions, thoughts, and feelings? And usually you can get to the core of more of those deeper pieces by asking yourself, who's really driving the life bus of me? Is it me, or is it someone else or something else? Because the triggers will have you feeling like you're not in control. And ultimately, while we may not have control of external circumstances, we certainly can find 100% control of what's going on inside of us, okay? So are things happening to me, or am I creating these things to be able to come from at cause instead of at effect? And ask yourself, am I more motivated by things I don't want? So it's always don't want motivation, away from motivation, or the towards motivation, what do I really want? So if we're experiencing a lot of don't wants, then we want to flip that, a keto style, if you will, and get in a keto mindset of getting towards what we really want instead. And that happens by getting, again, deeper into looking at this stuff and saying, okay, now that I've got some of the pluses and the minuses of where I go and what I don't want to happen and what I want to happen instead, then we can kind of look at the places that we get triggered, and then we can ask ourselves, okay, I'm going to make an agreement with myself that's going to have terms and conditions of when something like this happens, then I'm going to have an aha and say, okay, next time this happens, this is what I'm going to do instead. So when I get triggered and then I do something or say something and feel something and act out something, next time that happens, what I'm going to do instead is behave like this, because what I really want is this and what I don't want is this. Now you're starting to define your new rules and your new terms of engagement so you can really get in touch with that deeper place and space. And then you fill in those missing pieces, and this is what it can look like. From 2005, I put up rules for frustration and rules for anger for myself. And I would say the only time I indulge and allow myself to feel frustration is if I consistently fail to heed my playful nature and my self-knowledge of my beauty and freedom. Okay, a little bit woo-woo, but it helped me tremendously. I put this out in front of myself, and I kept these out in my conscious awareness. I printed it out, I put it in several places, and I had it on my computer so I could always refer to it. I had rules for anger, same thing. When I forget how to forgive, when I build up resentments, when I start, all this stuff builds up inside of me, then I can explode with anger and with frustration. I don't want to do that. So I can practice unconditional acceptance at a deep core level, and I can practice unconditional forgiveness so I can let go of this stuff. And then some of the other ones were just mantras. I have all the money and resources I need to succeed. I have a millionaire mindset. And then I put down some rules for long-term change. Decide I want to change, do the change work, take immediate action on my boundaries to make sure I'm not a doormat, and then focus on what I want. And then I want to imitate the excellence and experiment and be curious until I get the right recipe and formula, and create a supportive environment around me and enjoy my life with unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, and unconditional forgiveness. That's what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to align that inner and outer mindset pieces and make those worlds really align for you, so that you can get in touch with who you are, what you want, what your values are, and how to align those Mind-Scape and mindset pieces to be able to ask yourself, what do I want to do more of, less of, start doing, stop doing? How do I prioritize my principles and values from the highest level of importance to the lowest, and then start looking at what I think, feel, and say and do to compare it with these highest principles and values, and then adjust, reanalyze, revise, retool, reframe until you start aligning more and more of your principles and values with those thoughts, emotions, words, behaviors, and actions that support you, that are for all those things you want in both your personal and professional affairs. So define, clarify, identify, take action, and apply remedies and solutions that reflect your values and your priorities in terms of your Mind-Scape pieces. And you can do this at the beginning and the end of each day by introspecting and reflecting on it. Because we all want to be able to face our challenges, our character flaws, our bad habits, our behaviors with fearless and mindful introspection and reflection. We want to look at what we don't want and what we want instead and apply these away from and towards motivations to our situations and experiences of what happened, our thoughts and feelings around what happened, take stock of it, take inventory of ourselves, our actions, our thoughts and emotions, and then take action in a different direction. Because when we take stock and inventory and we write out our remedy and solutions into action steps, we get into supporting ourselves instead of staying in a place of things that are draining us. We take action steps that reflect what we intend to do and get more of what we want in our lives instead of what we don't want, and we are able to revise how we go about experiencing our feelings and our thoughts. So what action steps do we intend to take that minimize and eliminate those things out of our life where we get less of what we don't want, that drain us? We don't want that. We want practical solutions and action steps to revise into our mindset so we're getting more and more of everything that's supporting us and that we do want. Then we promise ourselves to strive for progress and thrive more and more and more, because that's where our success is. To keep going because you know you can do this. You know you can do this. So go out there and do it. So aligning with these principles is similar to some of the other tools. There's a ton in here. I would suggest seriously replaying this video because you can get a lot from this video to make your life more of everything you want. The visual anchors, the reminders of what's most important to us, whether it's a vision board, inspirational quotes, pictures, post-it notes, everywhere. Dashboard, on the car, vanity mirror, computer monitor, everywhere and anywhere that's going to help you with multiple visual pictures or cues that are visual reminders of what's most important to you in your physical environment. Okay? Play inspired music, do the screensaver, make your life all about being inspired and motivated each and every day. Use the pattern interrupts, the reframes, the physiological state elicitations to turn that frown upside down. Use healing techniques and visualizations to reduce and eliminate the negatives. And use mindset mantras with positive, supportive towards your values and wants that you can practice inside and put visually in your surrounding environment and landscape so you can remember what they are. Decide it's time, commit to doing it now, apply these remedies and solutions in your present today to shift future opportunities and possibilities, to have that stronger mind shift, and to give yourself the gift of bringing out your best mindset and Mind-Scape pieces each and every day to power up to more joy, more inspiration, more success, and more happiness. Now, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Powerful words. And if we magnified our blessings as much as we magnified our disappointments, we would all be much happier. So true. So true. If you want to get a hold of me, it's hello@forbetterlivingnow.com. In the meantime, this is Milan saying thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Remember, the video series on Life Hacks, Bits, and Bytes has some wonderful pieces, and this has been part 2 on the mindset. Videos 9 and 10 are all about the mindset. If you want to find out more, go to forbetterlivingnow.com/yes. This is Milan wishing you amazing life mastery and success. Until the next time, bye for now.